Hey everybody, it is Monday, back to work day, and I finished the hat. So it is finished. All the ends have been woven in. Check it out. This is the wrong side, which is pretty as well, because it's like pearl. And then this is the right side, which is pretty as well, because it's the stockinette side. And like I showed you guys, I don't know if I showed you guys, but the hat is really stretchy and it will fit someone with a lot of hair, or it could be a slouchy and hang down. I took some pictures on my Facebook. I'll put a link to my Facebook. I think I'm gonna have to put them in the video. So let me see some. Okay. If you're friends with me on my Facebook, then you saw them on my Facebook. Okay. This is the hat from the back, and this is the hat from the side. Focus. Focus. There we go. Thank you, my son. And this is the hat. I'll start picking it up. Okay. There we go. From the front. So, thank you, my son. So that is the slouchy hat. And so it's going to go there in my finished area. Okay. Spinning wise, the bobbin is full. And this is not a brown. This is actually reddish brown with reds, blacks in it. This is what the roving looks like. See, it has some oranges, some browns, some reds, some grays. And that's what it looks like as a fine single. Come on, camera, you know you want to focus. There we go. So you can see the different shades, the little different color variations in there as a fine single. I'm going to spin some of it over on my Vespera, because then I can spin it thicker and it'll look totally different from that yarn there. As you can see, I'm trying to stick with the different, trying to train my natural hair. I don't think it's going over well at work. But hey, you get to wear your hair like you want to at work, whether you wear it straight or curly or blow dried out. Why can't I wear my hair the way my hair naturally goes? You know what I'm saying? So if somebody says something to me, I'm gonna be real nasty. That's all there is to it. None of the females care. I just say, if someone in a position of power says something about my hair, then it's gonna get nasty. So that's all that happened. Nothing's going on in the garden. The peas, I checked them, and they're Some are ready, but some aren't. They're not enough ready to warrant going out there and picking them because, I mean, what you gonna do with one pea, okay? Or one bean pod. So I need to wait for some more of them to get ready. Because they're gonna be, you boil them anyway with the seasoning meats and stuff. But that's how we cook ours. You boil them with the seasoning meat. And then they all sometimes, depending on what kind they are, if they're speckled and everything, they end up making a real nice dark gravy on their own. And especially if they have a cast iron pot to cook them in. It makes a beautiful dark gravy. I need to invest in another cast iron pot eventually. I have a cast iron frying pan. Do I still have my big cast iron frying pan? Yeah. Okay. And one of them, they did something too. Rusty. So I have the littlest one, and then I have my big one. Then the one that was in between, I think the one in between is the one that rusted, ain't it? Yeah, the one in between, the kids stuck it in dishwater all weekend, and it rusted beyond rusting. Because it hadn't yet built up its carbon buildup, because we don't have a gas stove. If you don't have a gas stove, or if you don't cook over like open flame, it takes longer for the cast iron pot to carbonize, and it doesn't get that protective coating on it. And so it's like taking care of a wok, where you have to leave that coating up there, or the wok or the rust when you wash it, and you have to keep recoating it with the oil and stuff. So it's almost like you're curing it over and over again, because you don't have the opportunity to build up that carbon thing. My dad's cast iron pan is black, almost like, and it cooks so well. It's almost like a non-stick, because I can fry eggs, scramble eggs, anything in that pan, and it doesn't stick for long. You know, it's easy to clean and everything. I love that pan. I should ask him put that frying pan in the wheel for me, please. But yeah, and my husband is actually home today after work. His school schedule has changed slightly for this semester. So I get to see him on Mondays. When I get to see you. Nerves. I'll make an ugly face. I get to see you on Mondays and Wednesdays. So yeah. So spinning wise, what am I going to be spinning next? Well, it's going to be over here on the electric spinning wheel, which you can't see, but I can show you the fiber. And this is the fiber. And where's the corner at? It is Chevron, and it's 8 ounces. This is just part of it. This is probably 2 ounces, because I broke it up into, it was a real wide braid, so I broke it up into more manageable pieces. So I'm going to be spinning that. I'm actually washing some raw fleece right now. It's soaking, and I'm doing cold water soaks with a little bit of shampoo, just to go ahead and loosen up some of that dirt and other things. And I should have took before and after pictures, but I wasn't thinking about showing that process to y'all. I can do that. I got other stuff I can show that to you on, but it's going to be doing a second soak tonight, and then I'll do the first warm water soak to try and get more of the lanolin to move out. It wasn't very greasy feeling to start with, so I'm not sure if that was because it was from an older sheep who might not be producing much lanolin, or if it was from a young sheep who hasn't started producing a lot of lanolin. I need to check my card and see who it was from. And let me see. Rose McNair, and it was 1 pound, 8 ounces of Romney wool. So that's where that came from Homestead Wool and Gift Farm. I can't say enough about Homestead. They have amazing prices. I mean, amazing prices. And their business, they adopt sheep from other farms, and they adopt older sheep, and they put them out to pasture. They are not a breeding farm, and they take care of the sheep, and they have the fleece, and they get donations of different fleeces, like and they to help other farms out. They help other farms out by selling fleeces for them through their website. They've even, from time to time, they get curly horse fleece, which is something I'm still trying to get my hands on, just for the experience of having a sample of that fiber and spinning that fiber, not to necessarily make a garment or anything out of. And if I do get enough that after I spin it, I can make like a lace scarf or something as a an example of that particular fiber, then I'll do that. I think the horse fiber will probably be the rarest fiber that to me, rare, because you don't see it very often for sale. Would be the rarest fiber I could probably get my hands on, other than vicuna. So so those are two of my goals, is to get some of the curly horse fleece to spin, and some vicuna to spin. Some quivet or some bison too, because I haven't spun those yet, but it's very expensive and it just doesn't justify it for me. If somebody were to gift me some just for a spinning sample, Bison Farms, if you guys see this video, if you want to send me a sample to spin, or send me enough to spin, and then I can send you back the excess and keep a little bit for a sample, that works fine too. But those are some of my dream fibers I want to spin one day: the curly horse fleece, the quivet, and the bison. And another one is, there is this muskox fiber. That's something else that I want to get hold of. And not muskox, but yak fiber is something else I want to get hold of, as well as cashmere, Mongolian cashmere. I want to get some of that too. That stuff is like $200, $200 a pound. Yeah. Is it the Angora or the cashmere? That's $200 a pound. Let me see. Each. Now, another good resource if you want to buy some bulk fiber is the LIndsay Company, and it's just like it sounds, R.H.LINDSAY Company. Google it, they'll pull right up. They sell raw fleece as well as roving, and they even have, at least they used to have, some what's the word I'm looking for? There it is. Some 74's organic top, and it's $24 a pound, and fine wool top 55 through 89 staple length 2.5 3.5 inches, and it's from a European certified organic top maker who works with the South American organic wool grower. That would be like a luxury purchase for 1 pound for that much, considering you can get some of their other stuff a lot cheaper. Like they have some silver roving where they blended the Nantucket Conservation Foundation's flock with their New Zealand Lincoln fleece, and it's $12 a pound. Now I would buy some of that to spin. And they also have some brown, and I don't know why the browns and blacks, well, the browns, a lot of the browns is a lot cheaper than the whites and the blacks and the silvers. And I don't understand why, considering some of these browns with different, some of them have like reds in them. We saw a fleece up at Tuckahoe Plantation that had some red, some silver, some mauve. It was just such an unusual colored fleece. It was an older ewe, and she was probably starting to go gray. But she was throwing all these different colors, and they just looked absolutely gorgeous in that fleece. Unfortunately, that fleece was too matted. But that is a fleece that is so unique that that sheep should have been coated. Because a hand spinner would have fought for that freaking fleece if it had been coated. So yeah, so RH Lindsay is a real good source for certain fibers. For instance, you can get Falkland wool top from him, $9 a pound. You can get Australian merino, $15 a pound. What is this? Domestic top is $7.50 a pound. New Zealand Romney is $8 a pound. Dyed black opal wool top is $12 a pound. Dyed het black merino wool top is $20 a pound. And then they have like you can buy scoured wool for felting and stuff, which has already been washed and everything. You just need to you can card it and or take it to the mill and have it prepared in the woven for you. They have mohair. They have Mongolian cashmere that's already de-haired. It's $80 a pound. They have muskouts. That's $200 a pound. Mulberry silk, $25 a pound. And you can buy in 9-pound bumps. And they have bamboo top in 25-pound bumps. You can buy it for $10 a pound. You don't have to buy the bumps. That's just for the people who buy it in bulk. They also have some de-haired natural camel hair, and it's $16 a pound. So there's lots of product. They even sell batting. It's $11 a pound. They sell batting for quilters. So any quilters looking for some affordable batting, they sell it there as well. I love their products. The roving that I bought from them, and the raw fleece mohair that I bought from them, and I had it blended with this over under the table over there. It's blended with some Cotswold lamb fleece. It's just absolutely gorgeous fiber. So they sell quality product, and it's very affordable. You're buying it at warehouse prices. So that's a resource I'm sharing with you guys and to the new spinners out there, where you can find some affordable, high quality roving and fiber to work with without breaking your budget. As far as my art is concerned, I came up with an idea that I want to try, but it's going to require my husband's cooperation, or maybe my little sister can get my brother to do what I want done. But this title of this, it's going to be some artwork I want to try to do based on the different things, from when I was growing up, things that made a mark in my life. So far as I grew up in an agriculture community in Duplin County, North Carolina, and we worked in tobacco. We picked cucumbers. We weeded various plants, watermelons, cantaloupe. We went out to the tobacco beds and pulled the plants to get them ready to go out to be picked. And we had harvesters and topping the tobacco. I mean, you see what color I am. I could go out there in the tobacco field, and when I came out, I was so dirty. And dirt, from your head to your feet, because I was only 4 foot something then. I hadn't even hit my growth spurt. I wasn't even 5 foot yet. And so those tobacco plants in North Carolina, they're up on hills. The rows are hilled. And so I'm only 4 foot something. My uncle was 6 foot something. And you just see the top of his hat sometimes when we were topping tobacco going down those roads. And, and I had to stand on the road to top out the tobacco because I was so short. And so it took me longer to go down my 2 rows than it did everybody else, simply because I wasn't tall. The next year we worked in tobacco, I was taller. I had already hit my growth spurt, so I was like 5'4", so it was easier for me to top out the tobacco then. But I would come out of that field, and my uncle used to joke on me and say, well, now you almost look like the rest of the family. So he used to have jokes. So, and he was my mom's youngest brother, and he was all the kids' favorite uncle. And he passed away when I was in God, was I still in elementary or was I in junior high? That's his death is one of those deaths where you try not to think about it, that you don't want to remember it in a way, you know. I think I was in junior high. I don't remember. I was working, so I had to be 14 or older. So I think I was in junior high. But he's still very missed to this day. So he was just one of those real special uncles that you wish was still around. So, alright then, make myself sad. Can't be having that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. So y'all take care.